Hey, I'm Alex Raven and welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm here with my baby Lucky. We're taking a walk and I wanted to talk about obsessive men. And we all see the romanticized side on social media with like, oh my god, I want an obsessive man. I want him to be at my knees. I want him so bad and I want this man to bend at my knees, like yeah, that flatters us, that makes us feel special. Because it's in the human nature. Come on, Lucky, I'm trying to take a walk, you fat ass. Come on this way. No. Oh my god, this fat ass beautiful dog. Anyway, you decide, my darling. So, we all have this thing, right? Let me tell you about the time that I had a situationship. And I was speaking with a guy. And you know me, I have no shame when it comes to expressing my vulnerabilities on social media, talking about them, because you guys are kind of my therapists. And the reason why I post on social media about myself, about my healing journey, about my trauma, is because my past is my testimony. I have no shame for whatever I've been through in life. I have literally no shame, no regret. To me personally, everything I've ever been through, it was meant for me. Because if I wouldn't been through so many traumas, through so many disappointments, through so many breakups, I wouldn't be who I am today. And this man this boy, because he's a pussy, and respectfully to his mother, he birthed a failure. If I was gay, I would literally fuck his mama just to make sure that he could actually love. Anyway, I want you to be very careful. If you're young, if you're beautiful, if you're rich, if you're self-obsessive, when you're beautiful, you can attract a lot of jealous people, a lot of people that, to me, I'm more naive because I project my goodness into the world. I project my beautiness into the world. If I'm good, to me, automatically you will be good. If I have deep empathy, you will also be good to me. But life just showed me the other part of this. And when I was speaking to this guy, I was actually going through a really harsh time of my life. I was alone. I didn't have a lot of like a healthy supportive system, and he came into my life. And he was kind of like the first guy that I actually felt in love with. And when he was giving me all of those compliments and he was validating me, that actually was making me feel good about myself. Then we started to talk, and I thought that we would marry each other. I was like, oh my god, this man is just so perfect. He knows how to compliment me. He knows exactly who I am, what I want, But little did I know that this man was actually studying, which, if you're a public figure, celebrity, whatever, I want you to be very mindful of the things that you post on social media, and that not everyone wants what's best for you. Because I was extremely shocked later on when I started to stop grieving this man, when I started to stop loving him, because my love language is also gifts. Like, to me, the people that I love, I am just I'm a lover and I have no guilt, no shame in that. I love and I love to be loved because love is who I truly am. And when it comes to this guy, I wish him nothing. I have no feelings for him. I have no guilt. But, when I look at him, I'm like, how could you be this evil? How could you study me? How could you use, my vulnerabilities against me? How could you do that to a human being? Because I've never ever even think about doing that to someone. Because, he told me one day, and that actually stuck with me. He was like, you know what, you've been through so much, and I'm so shocked that you didn't turn yourself evil. And that stuck with me because he is right. But little did I know that he's the definition of evil. Because don't trust men on social media generally. Don't trust men that makes you a lot of promises and they're like, I'll take you to a date, I'll take you to Paris. So those are just words, baby. You know, a person that loves you shows up for you. A person that cares about you, they will do so many actions. You will feel it. It will feel like safety. It wouldn't feel like limerence, you know? You know what limerence is? This is what I felt with this boy. Let's say that, you know, in your childhood, you didn't get, you know, much attention, much love, much safety. You didn't have a fatherly figure, let's say, yeah? Because that was my situation as well. And there, you know, comes a man. And imagine that he gives you some bread. But that bread is attention, affection, and love. And when you have that for the first time, you want to hold it so much to yourself. And you're like, oh my god, I never want this to disappear. And you just feel so special and you start obsessing about it. You think about him constantly, constantly, and constantly. You literally become delusional. You start lying to yourself and you're like, oh my god, you know, we'll get married. You start romanticizing everything. You stop seeing the bad because you're just so in love with him. And you feel like, oh my god, our relationship would be forever, you know? I want to let you know that, you know, not all men are like me. Not all men are like you, or not all people are like you. Because, you know, we as human beings, we do project a lot. If you're good, you want everyone else to be good. But it takes a lot of life in order to realize that not everyone is like you. Not everyone will love like you. Not everyone will have this deep empathy for you. Please, I want to let you know, careful of the partners that you choose. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a mistake that I fell in love with him, because you know, I was young, I was naive, I didn't know much, and I refused to blame myself because I do really love myself. And you know, I'm so proud of the past version that when he met him, because you know, being with him in a situationship actually made me realize that I don't need a man. I don't want one. I just needed myself. I needed to validate myself more often. I needed to treat myself in the way that I wanted to be treated. And that changed my relationship so much with myself. Because, let you know, I was literally alone, living in the countryside, escaping an abusive situation, moving by myself with my own money that I made when I was like 18 or 19. Literally, I had nobody. I went to the countryside, learned to cook for myself, to wash my own clothes, to stay with myself. I literally, my dogs got poisoned. I almost got killed. And I was talking to this guy, and I was like, you know what? Can you? Because I was like buying myself some furniture, and I was like, you know what? Can you just come and help me with this furniture? Because I can't do it myself. Um, and he was like so much ignoring me, and I was still romanticizing because I was stuck in this loop of like, I love him. He's so cute. He's so good to me. Like now, when I look at the messages, I'm like, bitch, where was he good to you? Where was he even nice to you? When? When? Because those compliments didn't necessarily mean anything. Like you can compliment me, but where is your dignity? Where are your manners? Where is your responsibility? What is your care for me? Because you know, me and my relationships, I I take so much care of my friends, of my family. You know, for example, if something happens to my family, they only have me, and they can count on me. I'm someone that you can rely on. I'm someone that I can take care of you. I can help you, you know. And obviously, I want that back in relationships because I used to correct his insecurities so much. I used to care so much for him. I was giving him so much advice because you know I have such a talent in giving people's advice, and I was like, you know what? Let me help him. Let me correct his insecurities because you know he's so beautiful. You know, it's useless if you're beautiful outside, but if you're miserable inside, beauty is just useless when you have a miserable and an ugly heart. You just can't be this miserable and use someone that has such a good heart like me, someone that wants to help, someone that wants to just be with someone wanting to be loved. And You gotta be careful, my loves, especially when it comes to men, because there are a lot of narcissists out there. There are a lot of people who just want to take advantage of you. They see you as this beautiful, amazing person. And, I don't want to fearmonger you because, there are good men out there. There are good women out there. You can definitely have healthy relationships. You can definitely make peace with people. But I want to tell you something about men specifically when it comes to relationships. If a man wrongs you once, okay, forgive him. If he wrongs you the second time, the third time, no. No, baby, he doesn't even deserve your forgiveness. You deserve to forgive yourself for abandoning yourself and for not being consciously aware. But you can't even blame yourself because you're in love. You have deep feelings. You start to project. You see the world through pink color glasses, which that's beautiful. That is very beautiful. I still see the world like this. But I'm also staying with my feet on the ground. And I'm like, you know what? I should also be aware if, for example, someone wants to harm me because I gotta protect myself. And you too watching this, don't blame yourself for liking someone that didn't like you or didn't love you. Because, with this guy, I was like buying him so many gifts. I was like so enthusiastic because no one ever took me on a date. I take myself on dates. I wash my own hair. I take care of me. I am my own therapist. I save myself. I buy things for myself. I literally take care of myself like I am my own mom, like my own dad, like my own best friend. And this is such a beautiful journey for me. And I want to let you know that, and I'm going to get a little bit emotional in here. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself, honey, because you didn't know. You didn't know that he wasn't the right person for you. You were just in love. And now it's your responsibility to care for that beautiful broken heart of yours because I've cried so much. I've cried so much and I wasted my beautiful expensive tears for a man that doesn't even deserve me. And I now realize that I actually made his dream come true by meeting me, by giving the people the chance of me because I know what I bring to the table. I know how special I am. I know how deep and much I love and I know how care that I offer to people. And I want to let you know, if someone deeply wrongs you, God, the universe, whoever you believe in, they will fuck them at the right time because this guy, when he did abandon me at the first date, when he didn't show up and I was like so enthusiastic, like a little child that is like trying something new for the first time. And when he didn't show up for me, I was just, so sad because I was like, you know what, you just left me confused when you were like promising me that you will take me to these places, we will have so much fun. And me to my women, I always buy them flowers. I pay for them. And there's always that I want the same relationships. And when this guy didn't show up for my date, I'm glad that I had my family and we went through this beautiful date and I paid for them and I felt, so proud of myself because I could have provided, I could have taken care of them, and I was like starting to cry of so much happiness and gratefulness because I realized that who truly deserves forgiveness, in my opinion, it can be family because they do deserve forgiveness. Not all of them, and not in all of situationships. This is my experience that I'm talking about. I forgive, the people from my family that hurted me because at the end of the day, they're family. And to me, they matter because I know they want what's best for me. And I want to let you know that, for example, if your mother, if your father, if your family, um, they harmed you, sometimes we as human beings, we can hurt other people. It's not always intentional. For example, if your mother doesn't speak with you or she has no time, it doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. It means that sometimes she's taking some care of herself so she can be a better mother. The friend that isn't answering, it doesn't mean that they don't love you. They're just busy. I know you do deserve available people, but sometimes you also gotta be more busier, you know, because sometimes we like to kind of worry too much, you know, about relationships, about, you know, what if he doesn't love me? What if she doesn't love you? You know how can you can answer this question? Look at their actions and look at how they talk to you. Look at how they advise you. Ask yourself, have they ever been through you? Look a good exercise that you can do. Excuse me, I'm lady. You can write A and B, and for example, you can look at A and write like good things, and B, no bad things. And if there are more bad things than good things, it means that you should definitely break up with them. Okay, because you do deserve love. You do deserve to be taken care of. You deserve a love like in a fairy tale. You do deserve to be taken care of, and love is already inside yourself, and love comes from within. I will never be a hateful person. If I would ever be mean to people, or if I would have, you know, be a bitch to someone, it's only to defend myself, which I am the kind of person that I stand so much with myself. I am so proud of me, and I've had so many people that done me so wrong, and instead of taking revenge or being miserable as they are, I was like, you know what? Let me be the more mature one and just walk away. Because you know what's the best revenge for a narcissist? Leaving them in their own misery. They have to live with themselves. They just have to live with themselves. And I want to speak also good about some narcissists because unfortunately social media always portrays them as something bad, you know? I've had many bad experiences with narcissists as well, but I have good friends that are narcissists, and they're nothing like the word describes them. And I have so much empathy for them because they are people that they want to change. And if social media constantly tries to demonize them, they wouldn't go to therapy. And I mean, you know what? Narcissists usually don't really go to therapy. They don't really do that. But not all narcissists are the same. Not all narcissists are evil. Some people just have this mental illness, but they still try to show up for you. They still try to not be their mental illness, which that's an amazing thing. And me personally, I am very forgiving. I forgive. I forgive a lot. But for example, if you step my boundaries so many times, you make me exhausted mentally. You make me wanna fucking strangle you of how angry I am. Then goodbye, because you know I have two sides. I'm either very forgiving, or I can drop you instantly because you know I've been through so much by myself, and I want peace. I want inner peace, and I want people that truly support me, truly love me. And if you just don't bring anything good into my life, I would leave you at any time because I know what I want for people. I know how much I fight for people. I know how much I stand with men, with women, with humanity, with myself. And if I don't see that reciprocated in my relationships, or if I see someone that starts acting very, very mean towards me, or they start demonizing me, because I've had so many jealous and envious friends. And at first, it was so amazing, so good. But you know, when they switch and they start hating you, when you start having success, when you start to become every single thing they wanted to be, when you achieve their dreams, and you can still uplift them, you can still want what's best for them. Well, guess what? They will still want what's worst for you because they want to see you miserable. If they are down, they want to see you down. Me, if I'm on a higher level, I want you to win with me. Because if I'm a winner, I want you to be a winner. You know, this is how winners think. Because me, as someone who is successful, if I see a young entrepreneur, I would support them. I'd be like, because I was just talking to someone that wants to start a business. I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I helped them, you know, money wise. And I was like, I'm proud of you. You're doing your best job because I know how it is. I know how it is. And I want what's best for human beings. And I genuinely want you to know that if you're someone naive like I am, you know, don't get rid of it. See it as your strength. See it your vulnerability as something of your strength because sensitive people are the most powerful beings in the world. No, you're not exaggerating. No, you're not too sensitive. Your sensitive is a gift. It's a gift because how can you not feel that much, you know? It's such a gift to feel rather than be numb, rather than not having feelings. Feelings are a normal response of us as human beings. The pain that you feel, the happiness that you feel, it's all valid. It's all beautiful. I hate this thing when I say hate, I don't actually hate. It's just an expression. When I say hate, I hate when, social media portrays negative emotions and positive emotions, because there's no such thing as positive or negative emotions, because all emotions are just humane and that's it. Don't be scared of your feelings, because I've had a phase in my life where I was just so scared to feel, because, I wanted to be strong. But what is strength without vulnerability? What is strength without letting yourself feel it? What is peace without chaos? In order for you to heal, you have to talk about it over and over and over and over again. You have to cry yourself out. You have to rebuild yourself with patience, with love. Don't treat yourself, and I have a saying, don't treat yourself and how your abusers treated you. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be your own best friend. And don't live by the mentality that you always need people. Because, yes, we are wired for human connection. We are wired to feel that. We want that. We want validation. We want attention. And we all like to pretend that we don't. We all are like, no, not me. Because I validate myself as well. But validation from other people, it's inevitable. Like, you just can't avoid the compliment. You can't avoid it. And you should feel proud of yourself. You should feel proud about it. Feel more proud of yourself because you've been through so much and you're too busy criticizing yourself. You're too busy criticizing yourself, but does your inner child feel safe with you right now? Does your inner child feel protected? Would you want that for a child? Would you want your inner child to be uh, judged all the time, beaten up, blamed? No. They want peace, safety. Allow yourself to be more immature sometimes. Why do you take yourself so seriously? Why? Why do you even take yourself so seriously? Life isn't that serious. No matter what you've ever been through, any problem has a resolution. Any mental illness has a cure. Any any disease has a cure. Any friend that abandons you, it is meant to be. Anything that happens in this world for your life, it's for your own best sake. Me, have no regret for my traumas, not even a single one of them, because they've made me who I am today. And I don't make it part of my identity necessarily, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was abused. I'm so grateful because it all makes sense now. If I didn't go through so many things at such a young age, I wouldn't be this mature, I wouldn't be this wise, I wouldn't be this intelligent, and I would not start this YouTube channel. I wouldn't start my successful business with tarot readings. I just wouldn't, because that started from my suffering, from my pain, and I've built something for myself. And so can you. Love you, and take care of yourself. Mwah.